Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. A few weeks ago I was contacted by a guy called Dean Edwards, and he's got an Etsy, or is it Etsy? He's got an itchy shop where people go and they get very itchy and they're scratching all day long. He's got an Etsy shop and he does various things on his site, but one of the things that he does is these darts cases, and it's a really well designed case. I was quite impressed with it when he showed me it. Now, a lot of people use 3D printers to print all kinds of stuff, and I said to him, well, as it's a 3D printed case, what's to stop other people copying it? Well, he's actually patented his design. He's got a design protection on it, so although people could copy it if they wanted to, they could get into trouble if they did. But he sells two versions of the case, and this one is the version 2 and there's a version 1. The version 1 is $21.99 and the version 2 is $24.99, and the difference is that the version 2 has got a storage compartment, and it also makes a really nice sound. You should have seen Misty's face when I first done that. I'll have to see if I can get a recording of it. But you can also get some customization done. On the site it's got an option between the lying image or a blank case, or if you want you can send your logo or a picture, and he prints it onto the actual plastic, and it is really nicely printed, and it's on both sides as you can see there. Obviously I got Darts Review channel. I'll show you a close-up of it just now, but it'll hold a set of darts, and it'll hold them whether you've got moulded flights or just normal nylon or whatever flights and stems. And it's got your little lanyard there, and I think apart from the lanyard and the magnets that are holding it together, everything is made by himself from his own design, and it will take any length of dart, I would imagine. I don't think it'll take my alien inject darts though, just for the sake of trying it. I'm pretty sure it won't hold them. Bloody hell, it did! Now I'm surprised with that. I don't know, I didn't think it was going to hold them. But obviously, as you can see, it is a decent sized case, so it's not like something that you would class as being minuscule, but it will fit in your pocket. I mean, it still fits in your pocket, but he's also going to come out with an option where you can have the case any length you want to suit whatever dart you like. And I think there'll be more customization options as he does other designs and that. But the other thing as well, he's also teamed up with Patrick Manicom from Darts Flights and Accessories Design on Facebook, and he does lots of really fancy designs for people, and he's also making me a shirt which is looking really good. Can't wait to get that. And what I'll do is I'll show you some of the pictures of some of the cases that he's made designs for. So if you wanted a design done by Patrick, you'd have to get in touch with him on his Facebook page. So I'll put a link to that in the description. I'll also put a link to Dean's Etsy shop, Giftworld Solutions. And like I said, I'll show you the close-up of it now, but I think it's done really well. Really neat design, and I think a few players have already been using them. I think one of them that used it recently is Justin Hood on the Baltic Sea Open. He was using it there. So there we go. So let's have a closer look at it.
Right, here's some examples of Dean's own case with the lion print head. So if you wanted that specific one, that's in the options, or if you wanted to, you can send your own logo, and these are some customers that have sent their own logos with their own messages, and he's printed them himself. But like I said, if you wanted to get a specific design and ask Patrick to do you something special, these are the ones that Patrick's done for various customers. Just a few examples there, but you'd have to get in touch with Patrick on his Facebook page, and then he'll sort out a design for you like that. But like I said, everything is printed on the case, and it's really good quality print.
Right then, so let's have a quick look at the case. First of all, I'll just show you the printing on there. Like I mentioned, it's printed straight onto the plastic, and it's actually rather neatly done, quite good quality actually, and as I mentioned, it's on both the sides, so you've got this kind of like curved section here, so that kind of like sits in the fingers nice and comfortably. And this is the storage compartment, so just open that, and it's got two quite strong magnets there holding it in place. So if you look, and they are quite strong actually, so you don't need anything extra. And this holds your flights and your stems, so you put your flights in there. You'll get quite a few in, I think at least 6, maybe a bit more if you squash them in a little bit. And that section you can put your stems in, so again you'll get about 6 stems in there. The other section I think is for points, but I suppose you could put more stems in there if you want. So that's for your stems and flights, and it's a bit awkward doing this with the camera in the way. I can't see what I'm doing. And we've got the little lanyard here, so if you want to hook it around your hand you can, and there you are. And the top section where you insert your flights, it's got this quite chunky substantial hinge on it, and the printing of the plastic, I don't know what the term is for it, but it's got quite a fine thread, so it must be quite a quality printer, and it all feels really robust and solid, very neatly designed. Now the top section, again, it's got a very strong magnet on there, and actually stands up by itself. So I've got some I've got my Rocky darts here with the long, I think they're the 50mm condor beak points and some moulded flights, so let's put them in there. Now I wasn't expecting, they've actually gone quite nicely, that one. I wasn't expecting the injectors to fit, so I put the XL condor axe on as well to see whether it'll go as long as that. I'll be surprised if this fits now. See that sticking up a little bit, so let's see. Yep, and it still fits. I wasn't expecting it to fit them like, so now you can hear my the Rocky dart moving, and maybe some of them things might be moving, but it's going to stay put. It's not going to fall out, and it's well protected in there, so that's all good. Let's just have a look in the compartment. Yeah, it's all stayed put near enough there, so again, that's all good. So that is pretty much it really. I have a tape measure somewhere. I'll just give it a quick measure just to see, give you a rough idea of the dimensions. So what have we got there? That's roughly about 21 centimeters, near enough, and then about 7 centimeters almost on the width part there, and I think that's probably about 9, just over 9 centimeters, and that way again it's probably about 6.5 maybe. So let's just give you a rough idea of the dimensions, but yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. And like I said, you'll be able to get some custom length ones as well, so you can have them any length you want. And if you send Dean a picture of your logo or even a photograph, you can print them on the case, anything you want really. And if you wanted Patrick to do your special design, you'd have to get in touch with Patrick, so I'll put the links up to both the shops in the description, so you can get in touch with them as you see fit. But there you go, that's a rather nice design and very well done darts case. So that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed watching it. I'll see you on the next one. Happy darting.